Bro, why you send this to me? You trying to get me canceled again? I know you are, bro. It's all good. We're here, right? All right, so the name of this video is Black American Culture is Dying. People from the ghetto, let's say, are to blame. Let's have this conversation. That is a suggestion via Discord, guys.
Here is my little 2 cents that nobody asked for. I am sick of seeing Black Americans in the media, on social media, in the news, doing crime, walking around next to naked, the women, the men perpetuating gang violence, substance abuse. The absolute worst of our community is oversaturating the media, even though they make up a small percentage of all of Black Americans.
Boom, guys, that's solid. Here's the thing, listen, her statement is absolutely true here, unfortunately, right? The interesting part is it's not specifically indicative of Black American culture exclusively. The absolute worst of every single culture is amplified. All right, that's just the reality of things, right? If you look at if you're one of these individuals who don't like a specific gender, let's say, right, you can, trust me, find reasons for that looking on TikTok. All right, you definitely can move my camera a little bit. Like, you absolutely can find reasons to just strongly join like those MGTOW guys and those super ultra red pill guys. You can definitely find that on TikTok with all the women that generally openly say they strongly detest anything male oriented. If that makes any sense, right? You can definitely find reasons, and the issue here is, yeah, bro. For some reason, Black American culture is like the only culture in the United States of America that absolutely promotes exclusively the worst of the worst of the worst people, bro. All right? That's reality.
Oversaturating the media, even though they make up a small percentage of all of Black Americans. The decay of our morality within Black communities has been slowly declining over the past 20 years, and no one is talking about it, no one is saying anything about it or trying to address it. And if you do, you are often told that you're policing Black bodies. If you say Black women, stop getting on the internet and in the media, twerking, walking around with little clothes on. People tell you that you're policing bodies, policing Black bodies, or it's respectability politics. If you are Black and you speak your piece on what we're seeing in the media, if you don't like seeing the low morality that is often portrayed about the Black community in the media, from the trap music to the Black women twerking in music videos and all over social media, the Sukihanas and the Sexy Reds of the world. If you are Black and you take issue with it and you talk about it, you are usually called bourgeois, sedity, uppity, it's respectability politics, you're policing Black bodies and the like. And it's like, no, I'm Black too. And as such, this being my ethnic culture as well, I have a right to have something to say about what I'm seeing going on. The average Black American is a middle-class, working-class, blue-collar Jane and Joe. The ghetto subculture, Black ghetto subculture that we see often portrayed and over-inundated and oversaturating the media, those Black Americans make up a tiny, tiny percentage of Black Americans as a whole, but somehow they're in the media, overcompensating in the media, oversaturating the media. I know I don't just speak for myself when I say that I'm sick of seeing it.
Absolutely. You're not wrong. Okay. Yeah, she's not, there's nothing that she has said that is wild, right? But here's the thing. There's almost like a very specific reason for it. I just cannot put my finger on it, right? Like, so for example, I know, because the last time someone sent me something like this, YouTube punished me for posting it, right? So keep that in mind here, right? And what I mean by punishing me, what they did was they limited the video. They said that the video targeted one group, and like I was like at risk of basically being taken off the internet again, right? Because apparently I'm not allowed to say that she's saying, right? I mean, the reality is, I do not know anyone that looks like me, that acts like how I see people that look like me act on social media. I don't see those. I don't know any of those people. Right. And so when she's saying that it's an absolute minority, it is. Right. They're pretty much localized into like one area. Right. And they're going to be, for the most part, in a lot of the inner cities. Right. Those cultures cannot dictate what I'm guessing her or I actually experience on a regular basis, or how we interact with the world, right? I'd say, because again, I don't have the same experience as someone from the inner city, even though I was, born and raised in New York, but Long Island, right? My experience is completely different. So I don't know any of these crazy twerking madmen and women. I don't know any of those people, bro. That's not my experience. But they're the ones that get generally pushed to the masses, right? They're the ones that, unfortunately, Black American culture tends to idolize. They idolize the most debaucherous of the bunch. Bro, I'm not protecting Cosby or R. Kelly. I'm not playing his music. I'm not a weirdo. Guys, come on. Either way, there's a lot more than that, but you get what I mean.
Oversaturating the media. I know I don't just speak for myself when I say that I'm sick of seeing it, that it's gross, that it is destroying what Black culture actually is. It's co-opting Black culture as a whole and making it seem as though all of Black culture is ghetto subculture. I'm not the only Black American who takes issue with it.
Yeah, from the outside, that's basically the opinion. So, like, I've traveled the world. I have over 140 passport stamps. I've been in almost every country that is prolific by any means, right? Like, if you have a UNESCO World Heritage site in your country, I've probably been to your country, right? And so the point that I'm trying to make here is, when I experience the world, when people experience me, the first thing they think of, generally, until they find out that I'm like American, and then that generally changes everything, but they think the absolute worst of me. Okay. And a lot of this is due to exclusively being pushed the image of like the most debaucherous of the bunch being pushed to the forefront.
All of Black culture is ghetto subculture. I'm not the only Black American who takes issue with it.
Yeah, it's old.
Because like I said, majority of Black America is middle class, not in the ghettos, not out here perpetuating gang violence, promiscuity, and everything else. And I don't care if you claim it's respectability politics. I guess so be it. Because this is gross. It's getting really gross out here how blatantly disrespectful and low class we're acting on social media and in the media, on the internet, on TV. And you can claim that this is someone else's set of moral standards, but no, it isn't. It isn't. Look at Black America in the 50s, in the 60s. Our moral standards back then drastically different from what we have today, or what we're convincing ourselves is a moral standard today. Every racial group on the face of the planet has their own ghetto subculture within their respective racial and ethnic groups.
And none of them are pushed to the forefront. Like none of them are like the main idols for the most part of the entirety of all the subcultures, bro. They're not. That's not a thing. No one pushes the trash to the forefront. But for some reason,
this is the case for everybody, everywhere. White people, Asian people, Mexican people, you name it. The difference is that those racial groups and those ethnic groups do not allow their ghetto subculture to co-opt the entire culture as a whole and to represent the entire culture as a whole. They don't allow it. Everybody else within that respective ethnic group or cultural group or racial group has a right to say how they want to see themselves represented in the media, what they want to see and what they don't want to see, who gets to speak for them and who does not.
Okay.
Except for when you're a Black American and you have something to say about the way that you see Black Americans being portrayed in the media and you have a critique for your peers. You can't do it because it's respectability politics if you attempt to do it.
Yeah, and if you are a content creator, I'm going to tell you right now, this video is probably going to be up for 2 days. I'll tell you what's going to happen. It's going to be up for 2 days. And then probably the third day, YouTube is going to limit its reach, right? Specifically on this channel. They're going to limit the reach of this video because a lot of people are going to end up basically reporting it. So guys, if you're seeing it and you want to see, and if you're seeing it and just like the video, bro, just hit like on the video. Okay. That hopefully will change how YouTube decides to punish me for this video being posted. Right. But Either way, so it's going to be limited either the third day or it's going to be age restricted. There are going to be two things that are going to happen. I can almost guarantee, right? And the limited reach means that it's not advantageous for me to continue to react or even speak about these topics because it messes up basically what YouTube pays, right? When I say they punish you, they punish your paycheck, bro. Basically, right? By even posting something like this on this channel specifically, right? So just like the video, bro. That'll help. Okay. Appreciate you guys.
Or you're judging your peers by a set of moral standards that somebody else created, which is a farce. From the Reconstruction era down through the 60s, Black Americans had their own set of moral standards and social protocols that we adhered to. Ask your grannies, ask your great grannies, they'll tell you. I have had just about enough of seeing Black culture being drugged through the muck by other Black Americans who are perverting it and turning Black culture, something that is beautiful, into something perverse. Showing their ass on the internet all the time. The men are constantly rapping and talking about gang violence. Our children are uneducated and stupid. We've created a cultural standard of promiscuity and single motherhood. And when a Black American goes to critique and judge our peers, our fellow Black Americans,
have fun with that.
Critique the condition of our neighborhoods today, they're shut down. That's respectability politics. You're policing Black Americans.
When I tell you
what it is, so be it. So be it. It needs to be said. And in order for us to attempt...
That's why I said just like the video, bro, because I know there's going to be retribution for even posting this video. I know it. It feels, I can smell it coming, right? Because it happened last time. It happened the time before then. It's always the same thing, right? You cannot, for some reason, comment. And when they take this video down, I'm gonna make a video on it to show you guys, and I'm gonna show you guys the emails and things. Let's play. Let's play. All right. But either way, yeah, this is just a reality. There's a group of people in the United States of America that are absolutely the ones helping drag down the actual culture of the United States of America. In fact, guys, and what they generally are promoting is pure ignorance. There's no financial literacy going on here, guys. The worst credit scores in the United States of America consistently. Guys, there's a cause here. All right. And I think that they absolutely kind of stain the names and image internationally. That's just a reality, bro. Just a reality.
To escape accountability or responsibility on our own part, we claim that the conditions that we see in Black communities is being caused by somebody else.
Everyone
it's not
else.
Our own fault. It's white people and it's structural racism or something or another. It's everybody else's fault except for our own. Give me a break.
That only lasts so long, bro.
It's pitiful that we refuse to take accountability for the things that we see going on in our communities. And sure, we can acknowledge that structural racism and the history of slavery in this country and discrimination and Jim Crow and Black codes and all of that has played a part in the conditions and some of the conditions that we see in Black communities, but we also,
like the specific communities that we're talking about, yes, mainly Black codes,
have to be responsible for the ways in which Black Americans create their own conditions and contribute to the degenerative effects that we see going on in our communities.
Bars.
Black Americans who don't want to hear that immediately run to innocence. They rush to innocence. They claim that it's respectability politics to call out these issues in our community. They claim that it's policing Black bodies to call out the low morality and the moral decay in our community.
Oh.
Call it whatever you want.
Okay.
You're not going to get me to shut up about it. I'm Black. This is my culture too. I have a right to talk about and critique what is happening in my culture and have something to say about it. That's all.
Okay. All right, guys. Again, I just want to kind of bring this back here. I don't know. Listen, so I definitely, I'm always here for any type of conversations. I'm generally extremely candid. I say what's on my mind at any time of the day. I have been saying this, bro, but then people generally will end up calling me elitist. They say that my experience as a Black male in America is not valuable or valid because my existence has basically been in suburbs or upper middle class or upper class or affluent areas in general, right? That's what they say to me. They say, oh, your experience isn't valid because you don't know what we have to go through in these areas. Bro, listen, hear me out, okay? We look similar. our life experiences are different, obviously based off of the things that were aforementioned, right? But bro, you can escape whatever mental prison you are currently in. You have the ability to do this, bro. Right? You absolutely do. Trust me, you do. Trust me. Okay. But all right, listen. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. The name of her channel is Zaria, maybe Zaria Simmons. Oh, she has 9,000 guys. Go ahead and follow her, bro. Zaria Simmons. I'm gonna go ahead and link. I'll remember to link her video in the description, guys. All right. Anyone that is here for a conversation, I'm here for it, bro. We can have this conversation consistently because it's the reality of things, guys. The amount of times someone told me that I act white or I speak white because I choose not to engage in the debauchery that happens within every single ghetto for some reason around the United States of America, bro. So I'm acting white. Okay. Sure thing, buddy. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.